Good morning. It is Wednesday morning. I'm still in my PJs. I got my bed head, but I wanted to talk to you about changes that Poshmark has quietly announced this week. And I don't know why Poshmark doesn't like really tell us this. This was on their Poshmark blog. So they quietly announced what the changes to the site actually mean with regards to sharing and shipping and all kinds of things. And these are big changes and will affect how we move forward. And they've also announced a big change in our profile, how our profiles will look. So Poshmark has an official blog. You can Google it. Google Poshmark blog. They don't promote it. This came out on the 13th. I just happened to see it yesterday evening and I wanted to think about it. I did post on Instagram a quick video, but I really ingested it and thought about it. And here's what you need to know. So the feed, and it's important. You really, if you sell on Poshmark, this is important because the way we do things is changing. So the feed has changed. We know this. It's changed to for you with listings that Poshmark's AI thinks buyers will be interested in. And so this replaces the prior feed, which showed buyers items from sellers that they were following, which I never shopped from the feed. Um, this is a personalized feed. So I don't shop on Poshmark a lot. I looked up something on Poshmark a few weeks ago, and now that's like the top of my feed. It thinks that's what I'm interested in. I guess the more you search on there, the more likely your feed will show. So if you're searching for yourself and you're looking for like Gucci sneakers size 8, um, that's probably what's going to show up in your feed, which is better than showing stuff that you aren't interested in at all. I don't think people really shop from the feed before. So in my opinion, this is not a big deal. People shop using the search bar, which I'll get to in a minute. Here's two huge changes. Sharing others, Poshmark has clearly said in their blog, sharing other people's items has zero impact on your listings visibility in the feed. So sharing other people's items is out. Stop sharing other people's listings. It's a waste of your time. Um, Following other closets has also zero impact on how your listings are seen. So once again, don't worry about following and don't worry about followers. This is good for newer sellers. So in the past, we were told to try to get followers. And I remember like years ago, I don't remember who it was. It was some rapper was had a closet on Poshmark and somebody said, "Oh, go follow all their followers and you'll get more followers." Like getting followers was a thing. Doesn't matter anymore. Um, Now, as for Posh ambassador status, I don't think they've said how this affects Posh Mark ambassador status, because sharing other people's stuff was part of how you got to become Poshmark ambassador. I wouldn't be surprised if they revamp the program to be more like eBay's top rated seller one, where Posh ambassador status would mean like that you're a good seller, not just that you follow other people and leave love notes. Um, Posh ambassador status means nothing. I have been a Posh ambassador and Posh ambassador too since they made those. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I think you can get tickets to Poshfest earlier. Don't worry about that. So it never meant anything. So don't worry about that. Now, as for sharing your own items, the changes here are the most important. When buyers search, the default is no longer just shared. So it used to be just shared. Now it's relevant. So if a buyer goes to the drop down menu, they can change it to just shared, but who's doing that? Buyers will more likely change that if they don't want relevant. It's just like on eBay, probably to just in, so newly listed or by price, right? So I think probably most buyers search low to high, and they may go in and put in their size or their color or condition, but sharing your own items still counts as activity and will make your items show up higher in search if the shopper does search by just shared. The only reason now to share your own items is to show that you're active on Poshmark, and this is why it's important. Starting November 3rd, all profiles will change The new profile will show how many items you've sold, which is good for pro sellers, not so great for new sellers. It will show your last active time and your average ship time. This will help buyers have confidence that your closet is active and not dead. Poshmark should actually close those dead closets, but this is better than nothing. This is why sharing your own items is still important. If a buyer looks at your profile and sees that you've been active recently, it will give them more confidence that you'll actually ship the item if they buy it. One of the big issues with sites like Depop and Poshmark is that buyers buy and they pay, their credit card's charged, and the seller never ships, and the platforms really don't punish the sellers like eBay does. So the buyer has to wait to even request a refund and then wait for the credit card refund to hit their accounts. And it's very frustrating. So if they're thinking about buying something and they look at your profile, they will see that you're active. According to Poshmark, active responsive closets will be prioritized in search. That's really the only thing they've told us that will help us show up in search, other than using good titles, good photos, not keyword spamming, but filling out the item specifics, all those things that you should already be doing. But if you're responsive, which means you're responding to offers, responding to questions, sharing your closet, shipping quickly, Poshmark is going to like that. At this point, I'm not changing anything. I'm not even changing the settings on my bot. I use Prime Lister. I will still use Prime Lister to share my closet because that will show activity. I don't want to do that manually. And it's very easy to relist. Poshmark, um, buyers do search for just in. So I'm relisting every 62 days. My Poshmark sales are stronger than ever. So I will still use the bot. I'll leave a link below if you want to try it. They give you a week free. I still think it's a great bot. I have reached out to them asking them, like, what do you guys think about this? But other than trying to ship out faster, because I don't ship out that fast on Poshmark. I have 3 day handling time on eBay. And like the other day I shipped and then I sold some stuff on Poshmark. And I was like, oh, I'm going to wait till Monday to ship it because you really have 7 days before a buyer can cancel. That's going to show up in my profile now, how fast I ship. So I may try to get that a little higher, maybe not. All we can do is adapt. So don't complain. It's not going to help to complain. If you want to write to Poshmark and complain, they're not listening. We saw that with the delisting debacle. I actually emailed directly and on LinkedIn Poshmark executives and sent a FedEx letter that I paid for, a snail mail FedEx letter to Poshmark. It's corporate, zero, not even one of those like happy face emails, nothing. Total ignoring. So if you want to complain to them, go ahead. I think it's wasted energy. Keep relisting, keep sending offers. If you have any questions, ask below. Go source with intention today and go make some sales. Have a great day.